All right, everybody, welcome back. It is another bowl preview from winnersandwhiners.com. I'm Scott Steehn. I'm the lead handicapper over there at W&W. I'm joined, as always, by my partner in crime,
Scott Reichel, senior handicapper over winnersandwhiners.com.
There you go. And we're breaking down every bowl game this season. And this one is the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Myrtle, where's your beach? Scott, UConn. How about them Huskies, huh?
Yeah, definitely interesting to see them here in a bowl game. Shout out to Jim Mora. Had a good year, leading them to 6 wins.
You think it like Jim Mora Jr.'s news conference, they were like asking him about a bowl game. He's like, bowl game? Like his dad, you know?
It could be.
Okay.
I said Jim Mora Jr. Either way.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's a chip off the old block is what I'm saying to you.
I'm hoping that at the end of this game, he doesn't say we couldn't do diddly poo offensively. You know, he has a lot of underrated rants. People only talk about the playoff one. There are a lot of good ones out there.
Yeah, you're right. Same with Dennis Green. A lot of good Dennis Green and Herm Edwards as well. So UConn, they're heading to Myrtle Beach, play a little bowl game against the Marshall Thunder and Herd. The Herd. I heard, Scott, they are 10-point favorites here, are the Herd. And 41 is the total. That's interesting. So, Huskies, great story. They've been terrible for a long time. They're here. They can't throw the ball, Scott. And
is that a
Marshall,
bad thing?
It is, because Marshall don't let nobody run for nothing. They are 10th in rush yards allowed. They are 6th in yards per carry allowed. I got no way to play this but the under, my friend. I think there's going to be a lot of long drives for the Herd. They like to run the ball as well. I think there's going to be a lot of punts for UConn, buddy. At 41, low total, don't care, ain't scared. I've got the under 41 here. How about you?
I like the under too. Marshall's been a good under team this season. Offensively, they're not great. They also have some turnover issues on occasion. UConn offensively was decent, especially with Turner at quarterback, but I do have some questions about if this team can actually sustain long drives against this Marshall defense. Turner, as I said, was pretty good. He also had 7 picks. But you're looking at some of the weapons this team has offensively. They're few and far between. Let's put it that way. Marshall's a pretty good team. They're not a great team. Defensively, though, I like their unit a lot. I think they have a good defense. There's a couple ways to get there, though. I think that UConn's defense can potentially keep Marshall in check to some degree. I think Marshall's defense could keep UConn's offense in check. Or Marshall's offense actually shows up for this game, but they give up 7 points, and the game still goes under. I don't think UConn contributes much. So I like the under. UConn team total under maybe as well. But I think you'll see a bit of a rock fight here.
Probably make a first half play under as well, only because it's possible that UConn defense just gets worn down by the end of the game by the fact that the offense won't be able to move the football. And Scott, when I say they can't throw the ball, I'm not being hyperbolic. They average 107 yards per game.
And Marshall's good against the run. So
yeah, and that's right. That's what I'm saying. And Marshall stones the run. So like you just to kind of expand on your point, I don't see any way that UConn can sustain long drives down the field without being able to throw the football successfully. You just can't go 80 yards running the ball 70% of the time. It's just not going to happen. It's really not going to happen against Marshall. So.
And we know if Marshall opens up a decent lead, they're just going to try to drain the entire clock. They're not going to try to run it up on them.
No, absolutely not. So yeah, this is one of my favorite plays of this opening week in the bowl game.
Give me a 23-10 game.
Yeah, I think that's very likely. So. You got a thought on the side? You're going to lay 10 with Marshall?
I'm leaning Marshall because I do think they can move the ball a little bit better than UConn. UConn will be happy to be here, don't get me wrong. I'm still not sure how good the team actually is, but I think I'll lean Marshall. I'd rather lean to the under.
Okay. So the under will be your main play with a lean toward Marshall.
Because you're leaning double-digit spread with a team that you don't exactly have faith in offensively. You just think they're better than the other team.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to thread the needle sometimes.
Yeah.
When you're taking under 41 and laying 10. A lot of things really got to go right. You can't have
threading the needle is literally just taking the team total under for the other team.
Yeah,
which is what I like.
But that's a solid play as well. So, all right, very good. That's going to do it for our Myrtle Beach Bowl breakdown. We're on our next video, Scott. We're headed to the Smurf turf, buddy. The famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
By the way, just throwing it out there before we officially wrap up, we didn't exactly mention it, but there are basically no opt-outs, and You have UConn missing like a third string running back, but there's really no opt-outs in there.
Right. We should have done a dance because we've had to grind through the last few videos.
No, because we have no opt-outs and we're still taking the under.
Right.
So
because they weren't very good to start with. All right, very good. That's it for the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Stay tuned. Coming right up. Famous potatoes. Who could resist potatoes? Love me some taters. All right, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep it going. Share these videos. Show them to your friends. Show them to your neighbors. Whatever. We'll be back with another one right after this.